Can we just talk? Can we just talk? Talk about where we're going. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me, baby. Come and talk to me, baby. I really wanna. Can we talk for a minute?
Hello, good people.
Yeah.
We
How
back.
goes it? Welcome to another dope episode of Can We Talk? And we have two of the dopest individuals back with us again. And this time we ain't gonna have no technical difficulties. Okay.
Hello.
Go. We are claiming that. We have Dr. Douglas in the house, and we have Billionaire Said here with us. So welcome, everyone.
Welcome.
Thank you, ladies.
All right. How's everybody doing?
Absolutely fabulous.
Fantastic.
Love to hear it.
Awesome. So what's been going on? Have you guys had a good week? Are you, rocking anything in your, playlist? Are you reading anything? You binge watching anything? Tell us all the good stuff.
Y'all go for it. What you got?
So listen, I've been listening to a couple things.
Okay.
And I've been reading a couple things. I feel like, when they tell you just to do a little bit at one time. I don't follow instructions well, but anyway. So I'm reading a book, Think and Grow Rich. I think I told y'all that last time, but I'm also reading this book. It's called Discover Your Spiritual Gifts. And one of the things that I'm learning is like the things that we're naturally good at. It's very colorful too. You see how the colors on it? Anyway.
I love it.
Like the things that we're good at. A lot of times, some people believe in God, some people don't, but a lot of those are the things that that's our purpose in life. And so, I have a leadership consulting business. So a lot of times I try to connect people to what their purpose to do. So this book is helping me, help other people. So I love the book.
Yes.
And the other thing I'm listening to is, have y'all heard, I think I said this last time, Maverick City, but they got this book called Firm Foundation. And then there's a sentence in there that says, give me unexplainable joy and peace. Right. And so I was like, I just need craziness can be happening, but I just need a peace that is unexplainable. I don't know why I'm so calm. I'm just calm. And so I've listened to that on repeat because I need peace and unexplainable joy for I'm happy for no reason. So, yeah.
What's for a reason? It's for a reason.
You're breathing. That is a reason.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing.
I love it.
Cool.
What about you, Mr. Billionaire Said?
I got a fair mix when we talk of music. It's either the Grammy-winning Killer Mike album on repeat, no skips, or I'm listening to some Latin jazz.
Oh, I like it. Okay.
And whatever your music platform is, be it Spotify, Apple Music, or YouTube or Pandora, type in Latin jazz, man, and you literally can't be in a bad mood listening to Latin jazz. It's a spirit lifter, right? And it motivates the people around you to have a better mood, because it breaks up the monotony of our day. So those are my two go-tos right now. I don't have time to sit and dive into any of the books that are collecting dust behind me, but when it comes to my music, it's either the Killer Mike album or some Latin jazz right now.
I love that.
I'm gonna have to get into that because I love jazz. So I'm gonna have to get into Latin jazz.
When you hear that Latin jazz and it's a little bit more horn, it's gonna make you shake your hips a little bit. You're gonna get a little shit. See, you're gonna get a little shimmy in your shoulder. It's gonna feel good, man. It's gonna feel good.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about you, Nick? What you listening to? What you reading?
So that's actually kind of play into our conversation today. But I am taking it way back. I am reading Stephen Covey.
Wow. Okay. Oh,
highly effective people. Yes. That is because things have been a little off the chain at work. And so I need to bring myself back into, the place of confident leadership and just being, present and effective and all of those things. So I am rereading that. And as far as what I'm listening to, I'm in a little blue eyed soul right now because Justin Timberlake came out with a new album, everything that I thought it was, and it is giving me everything. Okay. Like I know for certain people, you know, Justin's an acquired taste or whatever, but I have not been disappointed with this album. I played it all the way through multiple times. So
nice. Okay.
I am loving it.
Get it.
Okay. What about you, co-host?
I am listening to Usher. I'm back on Usher, getting prepped for the concert in August. And he has some great songs. Great songs.
About time you are prepping yourself.
Hey, I still got some months to go. I still got a few months. But yeah, I've been listening to him and reading the Think and Grow Rich, same as Dr. Douglas. You know, we're trying to elevate our mind and get rich. Let's go. Yes.
That sounded very much like a meditation.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm with it. Yeah.
That is what's up. Well, again, we are so glad that you guys are available to join us again and we can rock out with this conversation. So, as you know, we did an episode a few weeks ago about red flags, and that was prompted from the show Love is Blind. And we had a whole conversation about that foolishness. Okay. So by request, we have decided to do a red flags part 2. So that is what this is, red flags part 2. So with that being said, I'm going to let my girl Jazzy Fizzle take the wheel.
Yes. All right, y'all. Let's see. We're going to get different perspectives today. We're going to get the male perspective, the female perspective, and then, you know, mix it all up. So what are some things that y'all would consider? Okay, let me back it up. So did both of y'all watch Love is Blind? Did y'all watch the show, the series?
Do you see Sam's face? He's like, I don't have time for
really? Really? But I'm sure you heard about it.
I think so, yeah.
A little bit? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So since
You should have told me. I would have did my homework and tried to watch a few episodes.
No, you're totally fine. Totally fine.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're not focusing on that this go round.
So. No,
Okay.
not at all.
All right.
Cool.
Cool.
So I'm just thinking about, like, what are some things when you're in a relationship or a friendship? What are some things that y'all consider to be red flags?
Oh,
Yeah, either one of y'all can take it.
I can kick it off. Lack of accountability and constant communication. So a lot of people operate in their own space and don't know how to kind of communicate when it's something that involves more than them. And when you see that from the jump, understand that's who the hell they are. And respect that and know that that's what they come with. So I mean, I can give you a ton, but I'll start with those two, and then people want to know the truth about everything except themselves.
Ooh, my
right?
collection plate. Where is the
wow?
Yeah.
You ain't never lied.
You can talk the truth about any and everything else, but when you tell somebody the truth about themselves that they haven't acknowledged nor accepted, now you're a hater in this World War III. Now you're against them. And it's like, no, I'm coming from a place of love, but I'm close enough to see this is a thing for you, and I'm acknowledging it on your behalf. If you choose to change it, that's on you.
Wow.
So those are two that I absolutely notice.
Yeah.
So because I'm big on accountability, so I have to piggyback on that one.
Okay.
Right? When somebody cannot take accountability for their actions and you are always the problem, or they say, you know, something happens that they're responsible for and you bring it to their attention, and then they start to point out issues that you have. Well, you did this and you did that. Take accountability for what they did, right? So that's one. And then selfishness. Right? Because relationships are about the other person. It doesn't matter whether it's a friendship, work, marriage. In life, when you show up, you're adding value to somebody's life. And imagine everyone showing up in the world, adding value to somebody else's life. Everyone is adding value. So no one's selfish. Someone's adding value to you, you're adding value to them. It's just a whole bunch of value going around. But when they're always focused on themselves, They're not interested in adding value. They're interested in what can they get out of the relationship.
That's it.
And so accountability for me and selfishness are the two main red flags for me.
Why do you guys think that it's so difficult for people to take accountability when it comes to like just anything? Like you said, in any type of relationship, business, friendship, personal, just whatever. Why is it so hard for people to be like, dang, I did do that?
I heard a saying one day, and it stuck with me, and I use it all the time jokingly. Rule number one is always find somebody else to blame, and rule number two is to never forget rule number one. Right. And I think people subscribe to that, right? Like it's a lot easier for me to point the blame than it is for me to accept the fact that I had something to do with this. And people don't like having hard conversations about themselves. We can talk about your shit all day long. When it's time to talk about mine, it's like, whoa. What do you mean? Like, no, and that sucks. And when you find, and I think that's a trauma thing, right? And when you find someone that is healed or in the healing process, and you see the way that they accept their faults and their flaws, you're like, ooh, what's your therapist's name? You good. You doing good. You're doing good. I'm proud of you. And it's so fun. Like I ran into a friend in the airport a couple of weeks ago when I was on tour, and she was talking to me about things her and her now ex-wife were going through. And she was like, saying that bang, 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 bang. I said, hey, how long you been going to your therapist? She said, oh my God, how did you know? I said, because you sound healed. You're not speaking from a place of hurt and despair. You're speaking from an elevated place. And when you get there, it's easy to notice people that have and have not gone to therapy yet. Right. And because you're facing the facts, you're tackling those things that have made you who you are, be it good or not so good, and you're not running from it like most people do.
That's good. One of the other things that I would say is that growing up, there's not necessarily a safe space to be wrong, right? Like you grew up and you want to always be right, or you're trying to please everybody. So that whole, unless you go up in a family with therapists where they're telling you, tell me more about what you were thinking when you made that decision, right?
Okay.
More about that. If no parent asks you those questions, or it's not they aren't creating that space for you to be wrong, and you're always striving for perfection. Then when you grow up, or someone growing up, no one ever told you was wrong, and then gave you feedback on how to adjust whatever it is that you're doing. Like healthy is like abnormal. And because healthy is abnormal, you have to find other healthy people so that you're not like the outsider, right? Like there's like so many different circles where it's like people like just like they feed that those behaviors, and it's acceptable. And then when you be like, yo, that's not cool. It's almost like, well, what's wrong with you? Like you think you better than y'all
my God.
Conversation. I got to go. Because it's work, especially when you become an adult and you haven't practiced healing. Do you know how hard it is to be 40 years old to try to say, at now I'm wrong? In a world where social media and everything else is showing you perfection. Like, it's not cool to be healed. It's cool to be perfect and have it like that. But the work that it takes to have that is work. It's a journey. It's not like you're going to get there immediately. And people not willing to do the work.
Absolutely.
Let me ask you this. Do you find that, so you're in, this situation, again, whatever it is, personal or, business, and you're seeing these red flags, right? So for you yourself, is it like a one and done, or is it like, okay, I'm going to bring this to you. Okay. I'm going to let you know how I feel. And then after that, it's on you. And if you don't change, then I'm chucking you to deuces. Or is it okay, I understand that you got some shit with you. So let me understand for my sanity how to handle you, where to handle you from, and not look at it as you don't look at it as a red flag anymore. You look at it as both of you said, y'all just haven't done the work. You haven't done the work. And I'm not about to do this with you because you still in that place of being jacked the hell up. So how do you maneuver that? How do you decipher what to do? Because I know Jasmine is a one-hitter quitter.
So wrap. Time.
So I'm gonna say this, right? I think it's an evolution. You grow into how you get to the cutoff point, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as a therapist, right, I feel like I could save the world, right? And then, but I don't want a project for my husband. I don't want that. I need you to help me, right? I need you to lead me, so you can't be my project. But I don't think I got that until I realized, like, somebody has to match my energy and actually be better than what I am. You have to be able to give me that on myself. And so I'm at a point now where it's like, I am now. You either have these qualities or you don't, and it's cool, no shade. But what I need for someone to take me to the next level is these qualities, and you just don't have them yet, and you're not willing to do the work to get them. So I'm gonna have to move myself out the way. No shade, no, but there's somebody for you. I'm just not her. And so, but I had to get to that point. I wasn't always there. Like I felt like I'm gonna save you. I'm gonna show you what real love look like. We're gonna read these books together. We're gonna watch these podcasts together. We're gonna do these sessions together. No,
girl, we subscribe to the same bullshit. Okay,
but I unsubscribed. I pressed the unsubscribe button.
Yes,
over it.
We used to subscribe to the same bullshit.
I had to get there though. But I'm unsubscribed. I'm not interested in anymore. I know what I need, but it took me being in relationships that didn't give me what I need to recognize what I wanted and what I need.
Yes.
So I think it's a process. We don't get there.
Mm-hmm.
But I get it.
But that's on a personal level, though. What do you do again? Because both of you have businesses. Both of you are entrepreneurs. So how do you handle that in a business aspect? Because it's a little different. Because, if he or she ain't giving you what you need, you're like, you know what, I'm gone. But when you're in a business relationship, it's not that easy to, cut ties. Or according to Lavonia's face, maybe it's a little easy to cut ties.
So maybe I'm not doing business on a big enough level, but there's nobody that I'm in business with that I'm afraid to walk away from.
Oh, okay.
You dig what I'm saying? Like we got some strong ties and we move a lot of money between my partnerships. But if you move in a way and in a space that is detrimental, either personally or business, you gotta go. I can make up whatever I cut off from you. I promise you I can make it back.
Yes.
And it's just you get to a point, especially in business, enough years in and enough money made where you realize it's bigger than the money. I got to deal with your BS. I got to deal with your nonsense. I got to deal with your lack of accountability and poor communication just to make a couple dollars. It's not worth it. I'm good.
But you know what they call?
I have a local client. I really wish I could say her name. Maybe next time we go to dinner or something, I can talk about it. She's the wife of a very prominent government official out of the district, and since invoice number 2, invoice number 1, she was okay. Since invoice number 2, she's been a pain in the ass. In my mind, I was like, she's connected to X, Y, and Z. She, we just gonna push through and get it. And it took 2 phone calls, and I was like, no, I can't do this. Mm-hmm. She's like, I don't understand. You can get everything done. Yeah, I can, but you clearly don't want to pay for it. So find somebody else that can do it respectfully.
Yes. Yeah.
And I haven't heard from her since, and I'm okay with that. I haven't lost no sleep. My lights are still on. Right. I still eat and drink well. You know what I mean? Like it's. Again, I preface it with maybe I'm just not doing big enough business, but there's no business Sorry about that. There's no business relationship in my life that's too big for me to say I'm not going to cut them off. I'm not willing to cut them off, or I can recover. There isn't one deal or one partnership out there that I couldn't recover from.
I think that has a lot to do with what you said in our previous session, our previous episode, when you were saying that when you change your mentality from a hustler's mentality to, I think you said an executive mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think that just falls right in line with, how you said you had to change that and you grew from that.
Well, and I tell people all the time, you view life a lot different when you're not hustling to keep the lights on.
Mm-hmm.
When you're hustling to keep the lights on, it's get it by any means necessary. And you're missing the long play for the fact of trying to get something short and quick now. But when the lights is on and the refrigerator full and you got a full tank of gas, you don't need that $20 or $30 or $50 opportunity. You can sit back and see, oh shit, if I leave this little thing alone, I can make 1,000 doing this. I can make 5,000 doing that. But you can never get to that point if you constantly hustling just to keep the lights on. Once you excel past that, you open up your whole playing field and you play a lot different.
I think
and then when you're not hustling, you're not trying to. You don't have to ignore the red flags. You know what I mean?
Correct.
I think what matters though in business and relationships is your character and your integrity, and then the boundaries that you create when they overstep.
Yes.
Right. Okay. When your character shows up in a way that is not matching my values or how I live, I can't work with you. Like you were saying, no matter how much money you bring me, you're gonna bring me down because of your lack of integrity or your lack of accountability. So I don't need that in my life, personal or professional, because that's not the direction I'm going. And so when your character is intact and when you know your integrity and your how you want to show up in the world is different from how they showing up. Oh no, we got to cut ties, boo, because this is not going to work out for me. I don't want my name associated with your name. I don't care how much money you got. I'm not interested. Keep that part. Yeah, you gonna be great, and I'm gonna be great. Act like you don't even know my name. I don't need you.
That's it. If you're not an asset, you're a liability. There is no medium.
There's no gray. There's no gray when it comes to that.
No, not at all.
Right. Wow. So what are some things that you can do to help somebody take accountability? Like, can you help somebody take accountability, or is it something they just have to do on their own?
You can't help anybody that doesn't want to be helped.
Okay.
So and you gotta, before you overexert yourself, you gotta see who's my audience here. Is this somebody that's going to receive this well, understand that this is coming from a place of love, and then make the necessary tweaks, whatever they may be, for their own sake. And I had to realize this in relationships, personal relationships with girlfriends. I'm not here to internally attack. I'm here to acknowledge the things that I see, the things that are, ringing a bell for me. What you choose to do with this information is on you. But if you feel attacked by somebody that you claim you love and that says that loves you, that's a sign that you need to go see the doc. Right? Like that math ain't mathing, right? You know what I mean? Like, understand who's saying it. Now, this isn't somebody that you work with that doesn't like you, that's telling you about yourself, or a random stranger in traffic. This is somebody that you're sleeping with every night and that you're conversing with every day that's bringing this up. Maybe they got a point. You know what I mean? Maybe it's time to check their reflection, but so many people can't swallow that pill.
Yeah.
Wow.
I agree. You can't. Somebody told me that you can't make anybody change. The person that I was actually giving my observation to was like, listen, you can't make me change. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Now looking to.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. It was so nice knowing you. Bye.
Right.
Right?
Wow.
Because I mean, I can make you change, but the way that you're showing up is not acceptable for me. No, and it's okay. I'm not trying to make you change. I just know what I want. And you're saying that the work that it's going to take, you don't have time. You're trying to make money. So you don't have time to read books to try to be a better person or do whatever it needs to take to personally develop. You don't have time to personally develop because you got to make this money. Okay, go make your money. Great.
Yep.
Don't call me no
Do
more.
your thing. I'm gonna do mine. Yes.
Because for me, it's not about the money; it's about the impact that I leave on this world when while I'm here, when I'm gone.
Right.
I can't take that money with me.
And you're able to have that mentality because you're not hustling to keep the lights on.
Exactly.
Yep.
Because the lights is on, and I got food in my
The lights are on, so you're doing all right. Exactly.
right.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes good sense.
Yeah,
So
there we go.
if these are red flags to you, right? Like, okay. So let's just say you've pointed out something that's a red flag to you, right? Because everyone has their own idea of like what a red flag is. Everyone has their own perception of, you know, what they will and will not deal with, you know. So with that being said, how do I want to word this? So if someone is presenting your red flags, right? And they're like, okay, well, I understand that you feel this way, whatever, XYZ. And then they're like, okay, well, in order for me to change for you, then can this be an even exchange? Because there are some red flags that you present to me that I'm not rocking with. So then does it become a tit for tat just because, you know what I mean? Or do you really just
I
feel like,
I think the word tit for tat in this scenario doesn't align when each person is willing to grow, right? So if you tell me something that I have a problem or that that I'm seeing that bothers me and you see the same thing, we're both trying to elevate each other. So there's no tit for tat in personal development. Tit for tat is like for immature people, right? Like this ain't no immature relationship, work or professional. Because anybody that's doing tit for tat, I'm allergic to you. Okay.
I love it.
Let me refer you to somebody that might want to talk to you. I'm not. So even the language that we use shows where they may be at, right? Because people do tit for tat. It's a real thing. You see, I see it every day.
It is.
I see it every day. And it's just like, I'm not doing this with you. I normally don't even engage in a conversation when I see that it's happening. I just walk away because it's taking away my time. I could be doing something else, right? Because you're taking away my time. Like all of my time is valuable, and I'm not about to go back and forth with you because you're not even interested in actually growing. You interested in having a conversation. I told my supervisor the other day. I said, "Listen, the dude was talking, and I was like, stop. Are you looking for a solution, or are you just trying to complain?" I was like, I can't stay. I know this your meeting. This not my meeting, but I can't. My body is having a physical reaction to everything that this man is saying. So we have to move on, right? And so that's also when you outgrowing places where you have to excuse yourself. For me, I'm wasting my time right now. I can't keep wasting my time. This is not cool, and it's not my thing. But I can't do it. I got stuff to do.
Gotta go.
I gotta go. She was like, so at the end of the meeting, we were supposed to. She's like, I know the end of the meeting, but I want to respect y'all's time. But we got one more thing to get through. Y'all think you could push through? I was the only one that was like, no. I can't take no more. And she was like, no problem. And I told her later, I said, no disrespect, but I couldn't do it. So she was like, you understood, but no.
I love it.
That is wow. That's wow. So like Jazz, you and I, well, you work with government. So I feel like the government is a little different, especially, it is very different from a private sector. And so
I'm private sector now.
Oh, you are private sector
now. I'm private sector, yep. No more government. I'm good with it.
Right. Do you feel like you can call people out on things that are red flags to you at work as comfortably as Lavanya did, and you not have any type of repercussions or feel like people are gonna look at you sideways or your job could be in jeopardy or just any of those? Because I feel like it's very, very difficult for people in certain situations to really see somebody's red flags and then call them out on their shit.
Okay. Well, my job, the culture there is very like inviting and it's very like mental health oriented. Like, so if you need a mental health day, if you are not feeling it that day, let somebody know and they're good with it. So yeah, and that comes with like being in meetings and not agreeing with something and actually saying it. Yeah. Oh yeah. All the time with no repercussions. It's like, okay, I understand your opinion. I respect that. So yeah, I feel comfortable. I do.
Because everybody who know Jazz know that her face tell it all.
So I can't hide it anyway. Unfortunately, I'm working on that, but you know, I can't hide it. But
Still a
yeah,
work in progress. We all are. We all are.
Yeah.
We all are. Wow, this has been good.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else that you think is pertinent, Jasmine, that you think that we didn't touch on? Because you know, when we got these two together, it is
I know.
literally,
We could go on and on and on.
oh my gosh, it is like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow when it comes to like just knowledge and
Right,
just,
it really is.
you know, good vibes and stuff.
Yes. So a question I do have is, okay, so we talked about you can't help a person take accountability. Like it's on them. That's on them. But however, like if you're in a relationship with a person, how do you, okay, or do you take the time to try and like help them along the way to make them the person that you want them to be? Or to like to, okay, Lavonia. Like, can you help them like, help me help you? Is that possible? Or is it just like, okay, we're not meant to be either relationship or work? Like it's just not meant to be if they're not on your level in whatever capacity. They haven't gone to therapy. They refuse to take accountability. They just like, how can you help them if you really love them or if you really enjoy the job?
It's when we talking personal, it's how much you value that relationship.
Okay.
Is how far you're willing to go. Right. So I know for me, I once had someone that I was dating. A prerequisite from the door was, number one, I'm not looking to be a boyfriend. I'm looking to be a husband and a father.
Okay.
Number two, we can play house all you want. I can tell you I love you all you want to hear. We'll never get married if you don't go to therapy.
Wow.
She's like, wait, are you serious? I'm absolutely serious. And a year later, conversation comes up and we're out with friends and they're like, well, why y'all not making a move? And I was like, she knows why. She was like, why? I was like, you called that lady so you can sit on her couch yet?
Not that lady.
And she was like, oh, you was serious? I'm dead fucking serious because I know what I ran from mistakenly for so long by not going to sit on that lady couch, you know? So now that I'm on the other side of it, I ain't telling you got to do it, but if you want to roll with me, I need that.
Yeah.
I need that. That's something you and if you value this relationship with me and where we could potentially go, that's a prerequisite. You can't do that. That's cool. I completely I'm not forcing your hand at nothing. I'm also not staying, you know.
Absolutely.
Told you what I needed from you. You chose to. I gave you the blueprint, and you still fucked up. That's on you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yep. Yep.
That's it.
Salute to you.
Love that. Have y'all
Not
seen
salute.
For real. Like that's real.
It is
It's a real one for that.
somebody was like, you can't work with me unless you go to therapy, right? Because you're gonna be leaving.
Okay.
And so that's why I feel like relationships and business mirror very closely because it's
Very
really
much so.
aligned with who you just show up as in the world. And while they may not be romantic relationships, it's still a relationship, and your character, your integrity, all that stuff, your mental health, how you interact with other people, all falls in line with how you gonna treat my people.
That's it.
Right? You know how you gonna treat my people, how you gonna treat my customers. We start making millions and you now snapping at people. No, boo. Excuse me. You none of that, right? Like all of that matters because you now represent me, whether it's as a husband or is in business. And so they have this visual of it. You know, they talk about being equally yoked, and it's like two things. And if you're different on different wavelengths, this person going on therapy, this person reading, you not, you watching Housewives of Atlanta, somebody else watching podcasts trying to educate themselves, right? It's just not the same. You're not getting the same value, right? And so when you can't move in the same direction because you're not on equal playing fields, your one is going this way, one is just not equal. And so while they might even be interested or they might not be interested, how invested are they in themselves? I can be invested in you all day. How invested are you? I'm going to invest in you as much as you invest in yourself, but that also determines whether you're going to pay me to help you or whether you're actually a part of my life, where you participate in what I'm doing, or you just can pay me and I can help you and you can do whatever you want to do. You can take the advice. Either one,
as long as the check clear, as long as
exactly.
And I don't take insurance, so there's that. And so
cash only, baby.
Pay this invoice real quick. We good to go.
Yes, I love it. Okay. It is always a good time with the two of you.
Yes.
You are like the dopest individuals ever. I love it. It is a blessing. It's such a blessing to be in the same aura with the two of you. So I truly, truly thank you. I know Jasmine, let me tell you something. Y'all are the bomb, okay?
Thank you.
It's always fun with y'all.
Yes. The conversation.
We gotta do dinner again soon.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Real fast.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, audience. Y'all can't join us. Sorry.
No.
Maybe we can get Jazz to come up the Beltway this time.
So you missed. We was up there. What, a month ago? Was it a month ago?
She was.
I ain't get that invitation. See,
You're right.
See, it be your own people. See, it be your own people.
I'll be back up there.
All right.
That is funny.
But thank y'all.
Wait, but have y'all been to the Four Seasons, the rooftop restaurant in the Four Seasons at the Harbor?
Bygone.
No,
Listen,
I
that's what
haven't yet.
Okay,
That's
let's
what
do there.
the view is amazing.
Let's do
I
that.
made friends with the manager, and I was like, "Listen, we can be friends, right?" Because I think I can be friends with people.
I'm gonna host a paint and sip on my rooftop in the next couple of weeks. I'll let you guys know.
Oh, please do.
Love
Please
it.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
We
Okay.
don't fill up this calendar with events, okay?
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Jazz,
ladies.
you have a motivational moment. If you don't, I definitely have one that's been like percolating in my brain.
All right, you got it, boo.
Okay. So ironically, just playing into this conversation, I saw something online that said one of your clients actually said, and it was his face.
He like,
no. These are like, one of your like cool clients.
All right. I'm like, oh shit! Wait, abort! No, that's always super tricky for me. People are like, why don't you get on dating websites so I can run into my clients? Hell no, no, thank you. Okay, go ahead. I'm doing something good. We good.
Yes. So I was listening to it, and he was speaking about marriage, but what he said is that everything is a choice. I choose to wake up to you every day. I choose to stay here, not because we have kids, not because we've been in it for years, but it is a choice. So for us at Can We Talk, our motivational moment for the week is everything is a choice. You have a choice to show up as your best self. You have a choice to hold yourself accountable. You have a choice to come and give all of yourself to everything that you are. So this week, make the choice to be the best you can. Make the choice to stand up for what you believe in, your values, your boundaries, and make the choice to put you first. We love y'all. Thank you so much.
Amen, Mom. Amen.
Can we just talk about where we're going? Talk to me, baby. Come and talk to me.